See my partner's looking to the left of his chin. I need to do like a bread cutting motion to get my elbow on this side of his face. Okay, so I want his face looking away, and then it's much easier for me to bring my knee in front of his face later on. Okay, so now I use my left elbow to just about get my knee in front. Try not to, come back a little bit. Try not to, just relax that arm. Try not to push with your hands too much, right? Because then his elbow will come out. Okay, we're pulling in with the hands, and I'm just flaring my elbow just enough to get my knee in front of his face. I scoot out, right? If you don't scoot out, you're just gonna push your partner's face and piss them off. Okay, it doesn't do anything. Scoot your hips to the outside so I can push down with my shin. Now he's still holding on, I extend my leg, okay, till I break the grip out here. Now I'm gonna pull up, and then here, I chop my heel in tight towards the back of his armpit. Now I'm gonna bring my head back in to be able to hook that leg all the way through to his far thigh, right? When you get that far thigh hook, it's very hard for your partner to posture out of anything, right? I don't need my hands here. By extending this leg, I'm straightening and like levering his shoulder down to the floor. And I'm gonna look for his thumb with my free hand here, right? That might have been a wrist to wrist grip. Transition to a thumb grip. Start to pull the pinky to my left hand side and connect two hands on the wrist. Then you can get the finish there pretty easily, right? Like extra bits, if you can extend your legs first and then hamstring curl, you get a really tight connection to the back of your partner's shoulder and arm, and then you get a quicker finish. But essentially just pushing the grip over your shoulder should be enough to get the finish. All right, guys, so I'm gonna continue the underhook series, the Choi bar series. Just a couple like troubleshoots, so just one troubleshoot. So we're here, we set up, we get the same, he turns his arm, we get the same underhook. So now I'm gonna be trying to get my left hand like under my partner's chin. So you basically want to do it like you're gonna do a rear naked choke kind of, but he's tucked his head too hard. So you might be able to get your hand like here under his chin, but I don't have the strength in this range to punch my hand between his chin and his shoulder. So I'm here trying to feed my hand in, right? A much simpler option is just push his head down and turn your chest over the top of your partner's head. Now ideally, I can take an overhook here, right? So if my partner tries to back away and I keep the overhook, it's gonna be hard for him to back away, right? We're in like 100% sort of scenario. If he just stays where he is though, I'm fine with just swinging my left leg over the top and hooking my partner's far thigh. Okay, so let's do it again. I get the underhook, push my partner's head down. Literally just use your hand like you're dunking someone underwater, and then pull. You're basically pulling your stomach in tight to the back of his head. If you feel your partner backing away, right, to free his head, yeah, exactly, you need to get the overhook to prevent that. See, I can pull myself in tight, so it's hard for him to come over. So you can try and just rip your partner over the top here with the 100% now, but often there's going to be enough space for you to chop that leg through and hook your partner's far leg. So once you have that foot to the inside, you're safe to transition to the Kimura without your partner like spinning and escaping, or basically just moving backwards and lifting their head out the gap. All right, once you get the Kimura here, you can either finish the Kimura straight away, put them tight to your chest, okay, so tensioning the elbow, all right, and basically focusing mostly on pulling with your left elbow. But there's nothing preventing your partner necessarily from turning and rolling with it, so go ahead, roll with it. So he falls over, I'm gonna chase, and I'm gonna try and connect my knee in and heel here on this side. Then I'm gonna control my shin and relock the triangle, okay? So I'll just, especially if you've got short legs, right? I'm okay here. Or if you've got short legs and you've got a fat training partner, hold your shin, pull in tight, okay? And then you'll be able to cross your legs over the top. And then if you need to, right, let's say you're crossing it with just your toes here, you can just wiggle your foot in a circle so you get a really tight connection. And then again, most of the time with this triangle, I'm looking at finishes. So the triangle where you have the head side leg is crossing the knot, okay? I will tend to finish just attacking the arm, right? Like lots of ways you can attack the arm using this knee that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do if you had it the other way around, but I tend to find it more difficult to finish the triangle, okay? Other options, so if your partner's in front of you, Kimura tends to be a good idea. And if they start to walk their legs in a circle, this way, you have to take pressure off the Kimura, then I'm gonna start looking at the arm bar, okay? And then, to be fair, most people don't even have the mobility, and you can just literally bridge and stretch their lat to get